Hi guys, welcome to my channel. MaziFox here with my first Smite video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys an in-depth guide on how I play one of the most underrated gods in my opinion, and possibly one of the best gods in Smite currently, Baba Yaga. So in today's video I wanted to break down the build that I'm running, some of the updates on the new patch, and just kind of some tips and tricks on what I use and what works best for me. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that, and we'll break that down for you right now. So in this game, I'm just running a casual conquest with two of my buddies, Jaso Peso 420 and Suave Greg. I'm going to be running the solo role in this game, and I'm going to be breaking down exactly what I'm doing step by step. So let's go ahead and talk about one of the biggest mysteries in the game to some players. What is Baba Yaga's house? What does it do? How does it work? Let's go ahead and talk about it. So as we get into the game, one of the biggest things with Baba Yaga is you want to buy your items immediately and start moving around the map. The reason you want to do that is because the house is actually going to follow Baba Yaga everywhere she goes, and as it is following her, it's actually going to be building stacks. So it's either going to be building health and mana for you, or it's going to be building stacks to stack up your items quicker. So depending on what we're getting, it's going to help us build stacks on those items quicker. If we don't have stacked items, it's going to go ahead and heal us anytime the purple bar is full. So you can see here we're going to go ahead and start off with Mage's Blessing, and we're going to go straight for Divine Ruin to try to get that anti-heal going, and we're going to go ahead and grab Teleport Glyph. So one of my biggest tips for Baba Yaga, I haven't not seen any other player do this, is we're going to go ahead and go straight to the dual lane. Now most players are confused when you do this. They think you're an idiot. They think you have no idea what you're doing and you're a complete noob at Smite. But what we're going to do is actually go over to the left here. You're going to see my house follow me. We're going to actually return right before the game starts and catch that speed buff again off the fountain and get in line right with the minions just in time to follow the lane up. Now, if you do this right, your house is going to have full stacks by the time it reaches you in solo lane. And you can see here Cupid and Sylvanas, they obviously went to solo lane because they must have thought that I was going into the left lane, so you can see how it can get confusing to some players, but you can obviously see that it is an extremely effective method to build early game stacks. You can see my bar is completely full, so as I get near my house, my Mage's Blessing is going to skyrocket, probably up into the 30s somewhere, and right now we're just going to focus on gaining these minion kills and gaining early level as much as we can. So we're going to go ahead and fight the Sobek off. I'm actually going to finish him off right here, and unfortunately Sylvanas got killed. We're going to fend off this Arachne. You can see here I'm in Sylvanas' Aurora, catching those heals. We're going to go ahead and speed up the gameplay here a little bit, catch some jungle, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of these patch notes. So in the new patch notes, they have actually buffed Baba Yaga pretty immensely. I mean, Baba's Brew, we're talking, they've increased the damage, decreased the cooldown speed by 2 seconds. The ultimate, Home Sweet Home, has had its shield increased on drop compared to the last patch. Some of the main items that I'm running right now are obviously Divine Ruin. We're going to go ahead and go into the Focus Boots next, and after that, you know, what I like to do is I've actually been running straight into Doom Orb for movement speed and increased power and mana per second. So some of these items here, like Divine Ruin, they've buffed for 10 magical power, decreased 5 pen. Charons Coin is a huge one, buffed increased mana per second and health gains plus decreased cost by 100. Doom Orb for movement speed and power, decreased the cost by 3k to 2850. So we're going to go ahead and you can see here we've got a huge lead early game. We're already on second tier tower. You know, we're peeling it right now. We're going to go ahead and try and get this tower out of here. You know, I really want to get this tower out of here before 6 minutes. That would be awesome. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of team fight this and see what happens here. So as you're gaining level, you always want to level up your 1 first. It's going to be your strongest ability that does the most damage, and one of the coolest things about Baba Yaga's one ability is you're going to have 4 different patterns that it's going to go. Basically, you're going to have a left pattern, you're going to have a right pattern, and you're going to have your straight pattern. And then you've also got your circle pattern. So every pattern is different each time it comes up. Basically, every time you use it, you're going to have a different buff on it. So you're going to have a speed buff, a shield buff, a slow buff, and basically a void buff, which would basically cancel out anybody's abilities that walks into its path. So I'm going to break some of these down as the gameplay goes on, but you can see there we actually took a 2nd tier tower in under 6 minutes, which is pretty impressive, especially seeing that we lost one of our players here, so this is a 4v5 match. So let's just see how this game runs out. So we're going to go ahead and jump back into solo lane here. Got a little level off that speed camp. Push back the sub back, gain level. Try to peel this tower back some. So you can see here, we're going for focus boost, and I'm going to go straight into Doom Orb. So grab some wards. You can see here I'm going straight for my 1. I'm leveling that up as much as I can, and then I'm going to go straight for my Baba's Brew. Now with Baba's Brew, it does have also some different abilities. It's got some healing effects, slowing effects. So it's going to also throw on multiple buffs, debuffs at once. And you can see here, I mean, I'm holding down the lane, okay, just playing it safe. And right now, Poseidon's going to come in for the gank.
That's my boy right there. He can frag anyone.
And then we've got Ratatasker coming out of the jungle to finish off me.
Don't worry, champ. I'm sure you.
So you can see there, the one that just got casted was shield, so it's kind of almost got like mushroom sprouts coming out of the ground. If you actually stand inside of that while it's up, if you're getting hit by minions or like an enemy player, you're actually going to have increased shields while you're standing inside that, and it's a pretty noticeable difference. I mean, if you kind of get the hang of it and use it, you're definitely going to notice some differences as far as, you know, taking damage when you're inside of that. And one of the best things about Baba Yaga, I mean, her ultimate is really, really good. I mean, at first, when I first started to learn how to play Baba Yaga, I was not impressed. I thought she was probably one of the worst gods in Smite when I first started to learn how to play her. And I was kind of on that, you know, I was kind of on that same feeling with everyone else, that Baba Yaga is probably, you know, one of the worst gods in the game. You know, why did they release Baba Yaga? Her kit is bad, it's hard to use. But honestly, I just didn't know how to play her. So I took some time, learned how to play her really well. And you can see the build that we're going to be running here is just going to absolutely devastate pretty much anyone as long as you get the upper hand on them here. So that right there, the purple bubbles on the ground, you can see that that is going to be your void ability. So that's going to cancel out the enemy player's casting abilities. Like, so when they go to pop an ability, if they're actually standing through that, they're going to have a cooldown timer of like 1 second to 2 seconds. So it's going to cancel them out. So it's actually really good if they step through and you see that, you can push up kind of heavy on them for a second and try to repel an attack or finish someone off like that. Now you can see here, as we get the build going, we got Charon's coin on there. That's going to really be helpful in team fights, you know. And then we're going to be working towards Doom Orb. Once we get Doom Orb going, you're going to really see a huge difference in the pace of the game. I'm really going to start building heavy damage once we hit Doom Orb, and we'll just keep going here, and you guys will see what happens. Now also, let's go ahead and talk about the mortar. So basically when Baba Yaga goes into the ground with the mortar, she can, take increased damage being in the mortar. It's kind of like a protection method for her, but also it's her escape. So, I mean, it's a huge escape too because it's so unpredictable. You can be in the ground and literally pivot to the left or right within seconds and jump, 10 feet across the map, and you're kind of getting out of there. So, I mean, it's such a great item to have, and also it does a lot of damage late game. I mean, it's super good to push up late game. You pop your mortar, go into your potion, and then hit one. So you can see Medusa is absolutely getting devastated. And we're going to go ahead and push up and take the middle Phoenix. And at this point you can see that I'm a level 18 and the other team is 13s and under. So it's really not fair to the other team right now. But we did get some quick level early game. We have been having an aggressive early start, which is contributing to this successful game that you're seeing. So we're just going to go ahead and finish off this middle Phoenix, and you can see Arachne's trying to come in and gank me, and we shut her down immediately. We're going to finish this wave, hit the camp, return to base, and we're going to go ahead and finish our build. From what we can do, at least right now. Hit some more camps and regroup with the team. We did decide that we were going to try to end the game here instead of hit fire. Personally, I would have rather went fire here, but we did have a good opportunity to try to end the game, so we did try to do so. So you can just see Baba Yaga has so much sustain. Now my house is healing me. I'm gonna back up and go for a retreat. And we're gonna go ahead and regroup. I believe that we're talking about hitting a fire giant, trying to final push to end the game. So we're gonna go ahead and try to do that, but you'll see here that Baba Yaga is really gonna shine. And go for the 3, 1, 2, and alt. And you can mix that up a little bit depending on the situation, but what I like to do is, you can see there I'm throwing my Witchfire bolts right on my allies, because those guys were right in their face. So basically what I like to do, just a tip for me, is I'll shoot my fireballs right on top of my allies, because I know they're right up in their faces and that they're going to get they're going to get torn apart by my fireballs if they're up in their faces, if they don't back out of those. So we're going to go ahead and hit Fire Giant, and that is going to wrap up the game because the other team is going to surrender. And that is pretty much a pitch perfect game. I mean, 4v5, we've ended up getting lucky in gaining a lot of level off of the beginning of the match. But hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. I'm going to go ahead and show you my stats screen. You can check everything out. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe to me. This is my first Smite video. I anticipate on making more, so if you'd like to see more, let me know. Share, like, and comment, and definitely hit that subscribe button. Thanks again, guys, and take care.